Welcome back. We got another One Piece chapter. Chapter 1116. Conflict. On the cover, we got Yamato and Osuru. Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Volume 6. Getting Medicine and Dumplings from Osuru. Oldest notes. Do you know how tasty sable fish is? Last week I had sable fish. I'm not going to butcher this. For 5 days in a row. Each row order. So last chapter we stopped with like the 200 meters, the ancient kingdom being 200 meters underneath the sea, being caused by this great flood 900, 800 years ago. Did he just say, oh, sorry, a truth too hard to swallow? Did he just say that did he just say that there are world sinking weapons still out there somewhere? How can an 800-year-old war be going on? No one from back then is even alive today. And you see the panel with Eam right there, staring at Vivi or ancestor of Vivi. We really can't tell right now, but I'm guessing it's an ancestor, unless he got Vivi immortalized on his wall. Why would a war wage on in total secrecy? Vegapunk, in all sincerity, see Vivi missing posters and King Cobra's shrine where he's immortalized. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development, and while it remains unfinished, my research has accumulated in the mother flame. It has many practical uses. I am certain that one day this undying energy can be harnessed to ensure the entire world lives in abundance. This breakthrough is marred, however. A small fragment of the flame was stolen. I take full responsibility for this unfortunate event. And then you cut. The Cypherpole agents are stuck in the middle of the island. This is bad. They're completely surrounded by flames. And then you cut over to Stussy. That was quite the tremor. Any idea what's happening, Edison? That spooked me too. The whole gosh darn basement came crashing down here with all the Cypherpole agents in tow. I can't generate any more clouds for the Straw Hat crew. Came crashing down. How was that possible? Another monstrous elder must be heading up. Stussy, get yourself out of there. And you notice Edison keep calling them monsters. Like, there ain't no variation. They monsters. Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? Huh? I don't want him to suffer the consequences of this. Don't worry. I won't let him go after the Straw Hats. And I don't think pursuing them will be his priority anyway. Understood, Stussy. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. It didn't occur to me that they were your friends. Forgive me for making you turn on them. Shikaku's scared as hell. Despite being torn between both sides, you still rescued us. That inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stussy. Do as you please. Just find a way to keep living. Yes, sir. Back to Vegapunk's message. 2 weeks after the flame fragment was stolen, it was a fragment stolen, not just missing. Somebody stole it. Clearly, it had to be somebody at the island already. So, with all them Vegapunks, and you already know York is a traitor. I'm guessing it was York. We observed an intense glow emanating from above the kingdom of Lulusia. Lulusia. I later got the news that the entire nation had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Long before my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. You can see the Revolutionary Army just taking in this information. This might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I was certain of one fact. And I don't know, this is a marine guy. An ancient weapon did that? Why would someone do that to Lulusia? Only the Mother Flame could supply the immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. Lulusia is gone? This is the first we're hearing about this. Hurry up and confirm it. Yes, sir. My very own invention was used to power an ancient weapon. And that's King Riku and the guy that the master planner from back in Dressrosa. The motives and origin of the perpetrators are a mystery to me. But in the end, it all boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to this act of mass murder. I cannot express how remorseful I am for my part in this. I am truly sorry. But this proves my theory plausible that the disaster that flooded the world was man made. Vegapunk is not your fault. Huh? Then Pluton is. You see Momonosuke going crazy, Kinemon trying to shush him. Momonosuke, Momonosuke. There were once three great ancient weapons, and you see Crocodile over here like, yo, this is what I was after, bro. It's crazy, yo. But I love to see Crocodile in this chapter being included after they just mentioned Pluton. That's why he was in Alabasta 4. This is what he wanted. Now, whether he wanted to destroy the world, I don't think that was his goal. But this is very interesting in all. Especially since they wanted to create a ship to combat Pluton. From what I understood from the story, there was a Pluton and there was a plan to combat Pluton with another Pluton, right? Please, in the chat, in the comments, please just let me know. It is said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they will be passed down onto future generations. That begs the question, why hasn't the world sunk? That begs the question, why? Hasn't the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side just and the other evil. But the day of answers is coming. You're gonna choke, idiot. You see Tsuru and Sengoku over here listening to the message. He turned them rice crackers up. He like, oh man, he's saying a lot. Consider this a warning. When that time comes, everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. The void century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety. ... Everything. You're gonna explain everything, Vegapunk. You see the Kainu out here. He turned on his flames. It's lava. He hot as hell. That he can't be a part of this right now. I'm referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Huh? See the Marines going crazy and Crocus just chilling. Pirates? No. How? I don't know where that caption is supposed to be coming from. I guess it's maybe from these Marines that were so shocked. But not Crocus. Why would pirates know the world secrets? Isn't that dangerous? And then you cut hang on. How was that possible, Stella? How could you have known about me stealing a fragment of the Mother Flame? I cut off my memory synchronization. It should have been impossible. Not only that, but I know for a fact you're a terrible liar and a lousy actor. You were genuinely surprised, right? Yo, this was all you're doing. You got news about Lulucia and took readings. I think you'll just miss when people are literally considered a genius. I don't take that lightly. And the fact that he created you to be a part of himself, like a bigger part of himself, he's not stupid. So even if you took off your memory synchronization and it wouldn't go back up to Punk Records, he can deduce because he's still a scientist, dummy. Like, you smart, but you slow at the same time. You ain't getting stuff from you. Not hiding nothing from Stella. He was hip. He's steps ahead of you. He probably got fail safes on fail safes. So it's just kind of wild. What does this mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. You must have known the government's plans. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done all this. And you can see Walkery, like, it looked like he's sucking up all the Cypher Pole members. You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail. Elders, I worked out where the broadcast snail is. Are you certain? Without a doubt, I'm a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabrio stratum. You can see, I guess they still shooting at the Iron Giant. The Iron Giant is Iron Giant is guarding it, and they still shooting at the Nobel. And that's why Stella was near the Iron Giant when we first entered this one. Maybe that's when he just hit, because he already was everything by his death. I'm sure they knew. And he knew after Lulucia he was going to die as well, because he used his technology. I'm sure they knew our entire lost history. So why would they just fade away without telling a soul? Why didn't they act? Rayson, haven't you had enough booze? You rarely get wasted. I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here, a blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. The thrill is theirs to seek now. Right, Roger? Those who knew just laugh. Break next week. That's crazy, bro. So, okay. Confirmations. We're going to stick to those. So, we have confirmed that the broadcast now that's telling all this information is in the Iron Giant, who can be made of ancient technology that maybe the Gorosei can't even combat. We don't know. We don't know what their powers entail, and we don't know what the Iron Giant entails. But it just don't seem like they can be able to stop him until the message is completely over. We don't even know what's powering the Iron Giant right now. I want to say it's Sun God Nika, but I don't got confirmation. The ancient weapons and introducing like Crocodile's true interest back into the story with Alabasta, with Emu eyeing down a picture of Vivi or Vivi ancestor. Like, it's getting real freaky. It's getting real freaky in here. So this is crazy stuff. But the fact that Roger's crew didn't say anything about this is because they did not want to sway the future. They need whatever's going to happen, and they're just going along with it, in my opinion. They did not want to sway the future. They didn't want to tell people about the ancient weapons and have everybody searching for these ancient weapons, because you're going to destroy the world faster that way. That's it. I'd rather them go look for my treasure than to go look for the ancient weapons. That just makes more sense to me. Roger was thinking about the future. But Joy Boy leaving these ancient weapons for the future to use, what was the real purpose behind them? That's what I want to know. What was the real purpose of the ancient weapons if it was not to destroy the world? What was it to destroy? If it was to destroy anything, maybe these ancient weapons are being used wrong. Maybe Uranus, what I'm suspecting Emu has in their possession, maybe that's like a rocket. Maybe that's like the bottom of a rocket ship to send something up to the sky. I'm moon theory out here. I'm moon theory. I'm trying to take us to the moon, but it's looking real far fetched at this point. The only thing I know for certain at this point is that the sky is Uranus, the land is Pluton, and Poseidon is the sea. And the only reason Pluton sits at the bottom of Wano is because that's where it was, I guess, when the first flood happened. And they just boarded it up. Now, I got more questions about Alabasta now, Arabasta, just because it's so integral to the story. Why is Emu eyeing down Vivi like this? This is savagery. Like, why? What are you doing? I'm kind of concerned. What do you want with Vivi so bad? And whatever happened in Arabasta 900, 800 years ago is important to whatever happened in the Void Century as well. So we know the flood, but we don't know why or why these powers ended up this way. Maybe because, you know, Arabasta being, depiction of like ancient Egypt having, more than just hieroglyphs and poneglyphs to tell their story. What if their story is hidden underneath all that sand? Like we saw that one poneglyph back in the Arabasta arc when it was, I think it was Zoro and Chopper and Luffy found this cave. And it's just a lone poneglyph down there. But it got covered up in sand. What if the sand, what if this is just a bigger story about that sand? What if Crocodile, the person that had Crocodile's fruit in the first place, was there originally and turned all that to dust? Maybe it was water around that turned out everything to sand and dust. I don't know. It's just a lot of thinking about, and a lot to think about, because this is getting crazy thick. So, Oda, you dropped another banger, bro. This was nuts. Oh, the Gorosei gonna be able to do something about the ancient giant? We do not know. York thinking she was smarter than Stella. Try again. Like, That was he a genius. He made you. Come on, yo. You didn't think that one through. Um, why Sengoku and Rayleigh are drinking and eating as much as they can to like hide the secrets of the future. Maybe they didn't want to say anything. This is just me personally really thinking like they didn't say anything about it because talking about it only leads to more destruction. And the person that is supposed to have it needs to be there to do something with it, and that's Sun God Nika, right? So maybe it's just we was just waiting for Luffy this whole time. I hate to think that it's like, oh, he's the chosen one type of thing, but that's what the story is leading up to at this point. Um, the thrill is theirs to seek now, right, Roger? What thrill are they looking for? Because are they trying to stop the world from being destroyed? And then why did Rayleigh and them just give up on their expedition? Like, did they just know they weren't the ones? I don't know. This should just beg for more and more questions. But yeah, I think the most interesting question of them all is why did Joy Boy lead these weapons to the future? Why? And you can't leave a Poseidon to the future. A Poseidon is born. So I'm very confused about that. Like, why? Unless there's another one that we don't. I don't know. It's just very confusing to me. Unless Poseidon was manufactured somehow, which I don't believe so, and the ancient kingdom is light years above. Maybe they were really aliens. I don't know. But I guess we do know that Vegapunk did not want to live any longer after knowing what happened to Lulu Lucia. That was some very critical information. That was critical. So he knew after that it was a wrap for him. And what's crazy about Rayleigh, he thinks Vegapunk said too much. Rayleigh feels Vegapunk said too much. Just like Vegapunk here. A blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. Why do you want the youngsters to figure it out? What is their purpose in figuring this out? Because if everything is sunken, it's not like they can actually get down there. Not with Devil Fruits, not at all. They can get their ships coated, but not all of them can get off the ship like that, and it's very dangerous. I'm very interested in why Rayleigh is upset at Vegapunk saying too much. And how did they know the whole entire lost history? I thought they only had the road poneglyphs. I didn't know they had more poneglyphs. Or maybe it's all at Raftail. I don't know. This is very interesting, bro. So it's clear that the Gold Roger Pirates have a little bit more information than everybody else. So even Shanks might have a little bit more information than the average person. And that's why he's so successful at sea. But he has a little bit more information. Not a lot, just a little bit more. My man, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment, chat with your boy. We can spitball together. And I'm also up for collabs, y'all. Hit your boy up. I'll at you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Till next time.